What's going on, y'all? I wanted to make a video in regards to my Caprice and the headliner, as you can see behind me. I've been needing to do this headliner for quite some time. It's been sagging. I tried to do a quick patch job on it by just pulling the headliner down and spraying some adhesive up there and kind of putting it back and see if it would stay, and it didn't. But so now I'm in the process of actually going ahead and doing it myself. The only reason why I haven't done it yet is because I was stuck on how to take this right here, this trim piece off right here. That's off now. If you can see that line right there along, that's the front trim piece, and they're all held in by clips, and I didn't know how to take off the clips, and I didn't want to break anything and ruin my trim. I tried to do some research and ask people, but I don't know, man. I'm tired of just a quick rant. I'm tired of asking people on how to do things on forums like Facebook and just like even YouTube sometimes, man. You try to connect with people, and I'm not saying everybody's like this, but people that post videos and claim that, you know, that they can do this and that or whatever, and you reach out to them, and then you know, they're like, okay, yeah, I'll help you out, whatever, and then nothing happens. Like, I'm like, I don't know if people are intimidated to like help you because they don't want to give you the information, like you're not gonna find out anyway, or just something. I don't know, man. But then you never hear from them again. Even if you hit them up, never hear from them again. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I did my own console and started to just do my own stuff and just stopped asking people, because I feel like sometimes half the people that claim to know and do all this stuff, which some people do, and they, you know, their work shows, you know, on YouTube and stuff like that, but they don't want to help you. So I don't know. That's just my rant. And you know, as far as Facebook goes, you know, I like groups and things like that. You can definitely find some good information, but if you post something, there's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smart ass people that got to make side comments, you know, whatever. And you know, I mean, half the time those people that make the stupid ass side comments don't even have a car, don't even have anything to do with a car, or wish they had a car or whatever. So anyways, that's my rant. So I decided that I'm gonna make a video on this headliner. There's videos on how to take out headliners and things like that, but usually, at least from what I've seen from a Caprice, they're already out. And a lot of these old school cars like this have, you know, 2 or 3 different sets of clips in there that are holding these side piece moldings on, and you know, I felt like a lot of these clips are actually designed so like you can't take them off, or I mean, you can take them off, but if you take them off, you break the clip. So anyways, I'm gonna show you how I did it and how I figured out how to do it, and I actually didn't break one clip taking these out. So let me flip this camera around and I'll show you real quick. So here's actually my front trim piece, and it goes way behind the car. I didn't want to take it out because I'd have to move it over here and show you, but at least you can see these are the clips right here, and the feet of the clips actually sit inside and they slide on those little notches back and forth. So you have these little arms, or whatever you want to call them. They actually they can squeeze in and out. So reason being is when they slide into this slot that I'm going to show you here in a moment, they slide up in the slot. And when they slide up in there and they get past this pointed point right here on both sides, they snap in, and that's what keeps them in. So when you try to pull them out, then the arms of these right here get caught on the lip here, this little edge, and then they won't come out. So that's what makes them stay in. So what I figured out is what you have to do is get a set of pliers or something in there, something thin that can fit, and then you squeeze the bottom of these clips, and then that basically brings it in far enough so then you can just slide them right out. So if I take it up here, and you can see, that's the slot that I'm talking about. Okay, and here I have an extra clip right here, and so they basically slide in like that. And can you see? If you slide it in far enough, then it'll snap in, and then this portion of the clips on both sides was actually be holding it in. But you can see I squeeze it with my hand, and I can kind of force it up in there. So that's what's actually holding it on. Another thing is you can see right here. There's a little notch in the headliner. And that's another way how you can locate where the clips are. And I didn't know that until I started kind of digging in. And so what I did is, the trim piece was here, and actually, you know, it's also holding up this headliner. So the trim piece is here. What I did is I used this, hold on. I used one of these that I got from Harbor Freight. And actually the one that worked best is this one right here. So you see it has a little wedge. And so what I did is I found where the clip went by this indention. I put this wedge in there, and that gave me space enough from in between the trim and the headliner. And that gave me just enough space where I could take, hold on, grab this. That gave me just enough space where I could take these, a set of needle nose pliers that are curved, and I was able to just put them in there, clamp the bottom of the feet of the clip, and then I could pull the trim down and it popped right out. So, sorry, that's not the greatest video, I know, but at least it's better than some of the videos that I've seen on YouTube. And then that actually worked. And as soon as I got that one off and I figured it out, this one went faster, this one went that much faster, and then there was 2 more clips that just popped right out. And I got them all out. So, and then that's pretty much what it looks like with it out. So, another thing here is you got your side trim pieces here. So you see that here and that there. So what you got to do here is these actually snap out. So, but you got to snap them out from the back side, because they're held on again. There's little lips on the clips that clip on to that little piece there and on the bottom. And so what you got to do is kind of take one of your trim tools or whatever, something that's not going to scratch your car, and there's a lip on the trim piece as well that covers all this, so you can't see it when you open the door. But what I did is I took my little trim tool and I got inside here and I just bent it out, and then basically I was able to kind of move the trim piece and kind of just snap it out from the inside. So those were actually a lot easier to do. I wish I could show you, but I already got them all off. But anyways, you got the idea. These ones you got to hit from here, pull them down, and then pull them out that way. And then those ones here, again, you got to find that little notch, wedge something in between the trim piece and the headliner, stick your needle nose pliers in there, grab the bottom of the feet, then that'll bring it right out the slot of the roof. So, but that's pretty much it, y'all. Now I'm actually scraping some of this stuff off. It's a mess. What I did is I used a plastic scraper, so something like this here. So the only thing you got to be careful is these edges here, unless you get one that doesn't have these edges like this. But this actually worked really well because it kind of has like a flatter end that goes actually really well against the headliner. So this actually scraped this off, the foam stuff off really good. And I actually did it in the car. There was a video on YouTube that said that he tried everything, and what best worked for him is a red Scotch-Brite pad. And I'm sure that works. I just thought that would kind of, I don't know, maybe not really messy, but maybe the foam stuff would get caught up in the Scotch-Brite pad since there's so much of it. So, and if you guys saw how much I scraped off, it was a lot. But what I did is I just laid a blanket down over all this here. Actually, I did the first half first. So I laid a blanket down over here and into here, so none of it got in my cup holders or anything like that, or on the car or the seats. And then I scraped the front half of it first, for from the light to the front. And I did one side here, this whole side, then I went to the other side and scraped that all off. Got as much as I could off, and then I took the blanket, dumped it out, shook it out, came back and did the back half. And that seemed to work really well. And it actually got a lot of it off, as you can see. You can kind of see the lines and stuff from my scraper. And then also I actually, there was still some adhesive and some sticky stuff on there, so I just took my hand and I just like went across it again with my hand, and that actually cleaned it off really good, and I got it so it's kind of nice and smooth actually. I mean, for the most part, it's kind of smooth to the touch, and that way too, when I actually take it out, it won't be as messy, because I got to take this whole headboard headliner piece out in order to replace it. So but yeah, that's why when I take it out, it won't be as messy, and I won't leave as much as a mess on the car. So but I feel good that I got that done. It was something that was kind of weighing on me, and I'm glad that I got it done. So now again, I'm just gonna order some material for it, and then when I get that in, then I can go ahead and take it out. But for now, I think I'm done, and I will make another video in regards to that, and I'll chime back in here a little bit later with the new video. All right, so headliner getting done, and stay on the lookout for my next vids. All right, peace.